North Korea has confirmed its first death from COVID-19 and tens of thousands more are experiencing fever symptoms. Now, this was made known by the state media. 6 people died after suffering a fever, with one testing positive for Omicron, state media reported today. Meanwhile, the media says 187,000 people with fever were being isolated and treated. Experts believe the virus has been present in the country for some time. They said there had been an outbreak of the Omicron variant in the capital, Pyongyang, and announced lockdown measures, but no precise case number has been given. We're being joined by Oyewole Tomori, the professor of virology. He joins me now to discuss this and more. Now, looking at North Korea's case, now they have confirmed a first death from COVID-19, and it's reported that tens of thousands of people are experiencing more severe fever symptoms. We know that North Korea, during the outbreak of COVID-19 in China, operated and of course put measures in place, especially locking down the borders. Now, what do you think of this? How do you think the measures that was put in place by North Korea has, do you think it has been effective so far?
Thank you very much. I think North Korea is just telling us now that they have. I want to believe they've been having COVID a long time ago. They're just not reporting it.
So you think there's been a denial?
Yeah, more or less. I mean, it's difficult to whatever that comes out of North Korea. Now that they are bringing it up, maybe the thing is becoming much. They can't be hidden anymore, and therefore they have to come out openly and say what is happening. They couldn't have been without COVID all this while. I mean, South Korea next door to them, China next door to them have been having COVID and things. So it's difficult to believe that they've not had COVID all this while.
So what should be done about all of this now? It looks like they are being left on their own to sort out their issue. And of course, what can the United Nations or the World Health Organization do in all of this?
I think it is not they are being left alone. They are the ones refusing assistance. They were part of COVAX. They refused the vaccine. Other countries have offered them assistance, South Korea in particular. And they've said, no, they don't want. So it's not as if they are being left alone. They are the ones who are refusing the offer of help from other countries. But WHO is working with them. And I'm told, I've just read today that WHO is working with them. South Korea is also offering assistance. China, too, has promised to help. It's left for them to accept the offer that the world is offering.
Why do you think they are rejecting the offers?
I mean, but you know North Korea before. It's has been in isolation, alone, behaving its own way. So what is happening there is nothing strange. I mean, that's their normal way of behaving.
So in all of this now, the Omicron variant is said to be quite severe in North Korea at this point. Of course, despite the lockdown measures, they said there's been no precise case that has been given. What should North Korea do at this point? How should they attack all of this Omicron variant?
I think they have the choice of different things to do. They follow the example of China with strict lockdown, like China has done, or go in between, depending on the situation that they have in their country. They will be in a better position to know what to do in their country. But they should look at their country, see what the conditions are, whether lockdown is what they require, or targeted steps taken to address the issue. They have more than COVID as their problem. There are other issues which they have. I believe they have the resources, if they divert their resources in the right direction to take care of it. The only problem is, good news is the fact that it's not the place where a lot of people go to, so there's no fear of this spreading into other parts of the world.
That's quite right. But in your view now, do you think the lockdown measures will be effective? Because they closed their borders when China and their neighbors had severe cases of COVID-19. So North Korea had to lock their borders, and yet we still see that they have a severe case of the Omicron variant. Do you think lockdown will work?
No, but lockdown has really never worked, because what it does is it delays the full-blown case. I mean, you reduce the large number of people. People say when a cow has escaped from the barn, why do you want to lock the gate? I think there's some advantage in that. You don't want more cows to escape. So you lock down so that I have the capacity to take care of what has been lost. So in a way, temporarily, lockdown has an assistance, but it doesn't work at the end. I mean, our example, we locked down in Nigeria several times, but the numbers escalated even during the lockdown and after the lockdown. There are a lot of internal things you need to do. It's not just lockdown only. You need to follow up that one, and then you can get the right experience. China is doing that. I mean, they can afford to do what they're doing. That's why for a long time you never had too many cases from China. But over a period of time, your lockdown will not really solve the problem.
All right, Professor of Virology, Oyewale Tomori, thank you so much for discussing this with us. Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure. Thank you very much.